Hello, friends. Hello, Olney community. It's wonderful to be back in touch with you in this way. It is a bit strange speaking into a camera, but I understand that these are ways that we communicate these days, especially when we cannot really be in touch physically. Just wanted to take a moment to update you on our summer. We've had a wonderful summer here at Olney. Most of it has really been preparing for the next year. So a lot of cleaning, a couple of renovations on Mary Davis and the East Porch, board meetings, and many webinars and Zoom meetings. It seems like every organization has a series of meetings about reopening and COVID-19, governance issues to think about, student wellness issues to consider, infrastructure issues, what you need to buy to make sure that you have it in place at school. So all of us on campus really have been on these webinars. It has been a very hectic summer, but we are happy because it is in service of making sure that we reopen safely here and reopen in a way that will make our students and faculty happy to be on campus. So that is all in place. We've had some Zoom meetings with students in groups, in little focus groups, to hear their thoughts, how their summers are going, to hear what their input on our guidelines, and really to get them engaged in designing activities for the school year. We know very well in our community that you can't do much unless everyone is on board, or at least a critical mass is on board. And certainly students like to design their own programs. And it's better to get students on board much earlier than just dictate that this is the way things are going to be. So we've had very fruitful discussions with students in those focus groups. I think every student actually attended a Zoom meeting with the exception of 2 students. So that we are doing very well, getting the attention of the students in the summer. We also had a meeting with international parents and a meeting with parents of domestic students, and those meetings went well, and we continue to receive emails with questions, with guidance, and we like those emails. Better for us to communicate and be on the same page than for us to be blindsided, either parents, the students, or us here at the school, the faculty. So I like what we are doing and that we are cooperating as we make sure that we open the school in September, that first week, well. So that is one thing we've done this summer. Second thing is that we've actually had a summer term, and we're about to end it. It ends this Friday. Today we had a celebration here on campus, a little barbecue. People were very happy. Those of us who've been on campus celebrated what we've been through this summer, and also celebrated that we had a summer term that actually worked. Part of why it really worked is because the students we had on campus were willing to do their work. We didn't really have to chase them down to complete their homework. I liked that part of it very much. They were motivated. They kept their rooms clean. They were there for meals. They did their dish crew, and they did activities on campus. They did, athletics. They did community service on campus, and that was wonderful. So for those students who will come back in the fall, you'll notice that we have outdoor classes, more than the one that we used to have. And those classes have been built by Leonard with the help of Jamie, a few others, but most especially with the students who've been on campus. It's really been their project. They surveyed those of us who are around here to figure out which spots would be ideal for outdoor classrooms. We gave them our views, and they took into action, and they have these wonderful classes out there, and so students will get to enjoy them, and faculty during the fall, and whenever it is warm out. So that's just, for me, speaks volumes about what we are all about as a community and the initiative that the students take. So that's marvelous. Another thing to report to you about is that, once again, we are not deaf to what's going on in the world, to the social justice issues going on in the world. And there is a part of me that says, well, wait a minute. No one should question our credentials when it comes to social justice issues. And, it is part of Olney. It's part of our DNA to care, and more than care, to engage in action. And suddenly I got a message from a former student who works at Facebook, and she said, you know, there's a lot of performative activism showing up now in the world. So having a school that goes beyond that activism and actually encourages us to reflect, you know, to show, you know, to think about what we are doing in the world, our place in the world, and what value we add to the world, what service we do to humanity. Those are important aspects of what happens at Olney. And in the fall here, our students, our entire community will be tackling issues, you know, of our lives. How do we make sure that we live lives that uphold the equality of others? How do we make sure that we lead lives that make sure that because I'm fine, that's not enough? How about making other people's lives okay as well? And beyond just barely livable, but you know, where they're having substantial lives and worthwhile lives. How do we do it? That's a community discussion we'll have, and then figure out actions we can take on a daily basis to make sure that we are promoting the integrity of others and lifting them up together with us. So that is the best of Olney. Olney at work, beyond words, the hard action of day to day, small things you can do here that actually build up to make a global impact. That is the best of Olney. And the way I look at our school, it's a school, as I said earlier, school of the future. When you look at things happening in the world now, who wouldn't want to be on these 350 acres of organic farmland? You know, look at the space we have. We can do our social distancing. Leonard reminded me, said, look, with the kind of population we have in numbers and all the land we have, we can figure something out on social distancing. We can figure something out on doing things outdoors. So those are some highlights from our summer. And I'll be back here probably when the school year begins with another update. In the meantime, I thank you for all of the messages you've sent, all of the phone calls, all of your support. It is amazing to know that even if we are here in Burnsville, we are actually connected across the globe. Blessings to everyone, and I wish you the very best for the next few weeks of our summer, and we'll see you when we get a chance to do so. Bye-bye.